Hello, patrons and YouTube subscribers and other people who have found this video. Welcome to this April 2021 What's Ahead reading, where we're going to see what's ahead for us next month. So I do have 3 piles here, pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. And this is a really bold color, so try to pick with your intuition and don't let that throw you off. And also don't be scared that this says death on it, because sometimes death can be, just a joyous experience. Some of you are like, Jessica, knock it off, get to the reading. So anyways, I'll put your picture up. And I don't know if it would help with the color situation, because I've thought about maybe making the pictures black and white, because then maybe that wouldn't throw you off. But also maybe some of you actually use the colors to tap into your intuition. I actually don't know if that's a good idea, but if you think it is or if you think it isn't, feel free to let me know in the comments. But so I'll put your picture up and I'll see you at your reading. Okay, so what is ahead for April 2021? You have the discipline card. I can accomplish anything that I set my mind to. This is busy energy, crazy busy energy. You have a lot of projects. Some of it has to do with like photography or filming or things like that. But you have so many things, and you find so much value in all of these things. But it's just a matter of like prioritizing things, coming up with a list, getting a routine down, getting a schedule down so that you can accomplish everything that you want to accomplish. Because I feel like you have so much going on and it's all very creative, and it's pulling on your attention in the month of April. You are going to be very, very busy people, and it just feels like you don't really know where to start with it. And so you're going to be really busy. You're going to have a lot of different priorities in this. So this even could be work, home life, but it's just multiple projects, multiple things. And all of this is leading to your own success. You guys are building some kind of very, very strong success here with this pile. You guys are coming out the Queen of Wands. So you could be in a leadership role, definitely coming through here. You could just be stepping up into your own self-sovereignty, your own self-power, your personal power. A lot of you guys, like, you're getting back on a workout routine, focusing on your body, focusing on your health. Some of you could even just, I'm sorry I'm about to say this to you, it's none of my business, but I feel like maybe some of you get a little jump start to your sex drive and you're just feeling that. But I feel like there's just a lot of energy here for this pile overall. In the past with the King of Swords, I feel like you had a lot going on in your mind, but you weren't really feeling inspired. So if you haven't been feeling inspired in several different areas of your life, or any area of your life, I feel like you're going to feel that kick in for you in April. And that's going to be the momentum that's going to carry you through to some kind of success. And with this King of Swords, you could just, in the past, you were sorting through things. You were trying to figure out what worked for you and what didn't work for you. It kind of felt like you were slumming it a little bit with your energy. Like maybe you were doing the hard stuff, the like building that foundation, where you were getting a lot of information. Some of you were sorting through like contracts, paperwork, details. It was kind of like grueling work. It wasn't very inspired, but you are hitting that juice of inspiration. And some of you, it's like you've put something out into the universe, like a contract or something, and you're waiting to see how that comes about, and you're waiting in the meantime, because some of you you're waiting on some kind of news, some kind of information that has the potential to shift your focus, shift your direction, so that you know what you are going to put your energy on. So some of you, there's like a waiting period at some point. I think that you're going to be feeling like kind of overwhelmed, but since you have this What's Ahead reading, I feel like just sitting down with yourself and trying to figure out what your priorities are, even looking at yourself honestly, like, are you better in the morning? Are you better in the afternoon? Statistically, more people are better off in the morning. And by the way, people say if you have to ever like schedule a surgery or something, to do it in the morning, because people are like sharper and they make less mistakes. Anyways, I just read that in an article the other day. I found it fascinating. But Yeah, so you have all these ideas, and it looks like it's just full of inspiration. You guys are just like budding with spring, honestly. And a lot of this could have to do with technology and information, a community. You're communicating something. You're making a lot of friends too. Like you're making a lot of connections that are coming through here. This is super good. And so you do have to be mindful of your energy though, because I feel like you are going to be in hot demand, and balance is going to be key for this month. And also feel free to keep things to yourself. So if you have certain projects in the work, brainchilds, things like that, feel free to keep that to yourself. And some of you, there's something in particular you need to keep to yourself until you receive some kind of feedback or information that you've been waiting on. And so all this is going to lead to, in the future, an Ace of Swords, this breakthrough, this new beginning, possibly just a completely different perspective for how you're looking at the world. But I just feel like this is feeling organized, cutting things out of your life, because there's going to be certain things where I feel like you realize, okay, well, I don't have the materials, or I don't have the resources or the energy to focus on that now. I need to focus on these two things. And perhaps some of you, there's like two really big projects, and you've just kind of been alternating between those things. But a schedule is really going to help you manage your emotions here too. People are seeing you. Like, I think you look really good in the month of April too. Like, I don't know if you have been or you will be paying more attention to your diet and exercise, but there's a lot of people who are attracted to you. There's a lot of people who kind of, they're gravitating to your energy. And I feel like you're noticing that. And you're also welcoming people in, but it's like telling you to be sure that you're welcoming people in on your terms. You're really feeling this spark of inspiration. It feels like a new start, and you're scared of that. So some of you might not know what's across this precipice, because I feel like some of you guys, you've been feeling really uninspired, really low energy. You've been taking care of business, but it feels like you've been, like your heart hasn't really been in it. You've still been like successful. You've still been, on top of the world or something, like you still have some kind of status. This is a king. You've just not really felt like that juice. And so I feel like you get that in the month of April. The Page of Wands, I love to call it the Sage card. So I feel like there's just something you're saging out of your life. And you can see that mimicked up here with this Death card, Major Arcana, pulling a lot of weight here, where you are letting something go and you're ready to have this new beginning. It feels like you are maybe closing the door on a chapter of your life. And that's always scary, but I feel like this is leading you to really good, really, really, really good places. So what is going on around you? We have the Five of Pentacles, which it deals with loss, kind of a poverty mindset, that kind of thing. So, and that could be with your energy. It could be money too, because you have a lot of projects. So you might have to figure out like what you're going to fund, when you're going to fund it, with money, time, resources, all of that. You could just be feeling really low in your energy, but it's like you have a wake up call to that. And I feel like you start doing something like, it feels like you are like you're going for a run every morning, you're doing your meditation practice, and then that's getting you in this whole new energy, and you're more capable of meeting like whatever daily tasks are happening. I really feel like it's going to be a really good thing. And I feel like you're seen in like a very respectable energy, a wise energy, and somebody who has like really strong self-esteem, and who's ready to tackle anything. Like that's just kind of what I'm getting. And that's kind of towards the end of the month, at least that's what you're feeling. So your advice, you have the Knight of Swords coming through, which is just kind of go-getter energy. I feel like this is telling you to have confidence in yourself, because maybe that's what was causing this issue here in the past. The King of Swords he's in his king role. He does feel comfortable here. The Knight of Swords is more impulsive. He's not thinking so much about his responsibilities. It's also kind of known as a know-it-all energy. So I feel like if you just embody this know-it-all energy, like just fake it till you make it, put yourself in that confidence mode and be like, I know about this. I'm going straight for it. I'm not worried about the consequences. I'm just going to put myself out there. I'm just going to go for it. Like it's just telling you to unleash yourself and go for it. Full speed, even with the Knight of Swords. So this is like, what do they say? In like a lion, out like a lamb for spring. Like this is definitely that, in like a lion kind of energy. So the reason is the King of Cups. Some of you guys, like you have creative business ideas, or you're already running a business of your own. And it's just telling you, it's just saying like you have all these creative ideas, and it's just a matter of implementing them. It's just a matter of, oh my gosh, you have 3 kings. We 3 kings of Orient are. And look, you have the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Some of you guys, if you have a sexy time person, you're really gonna be having a lot of sexy time, I feel like. Yeah, so I feel like that's great. Let's get the energies that you're gonna, that you should lean into, the energies that you should lean away from. Some of you guys are gonna have a lot of choices in love. And that's what this could be too. I feel like your theme is choices, and it's just like priorities and time management. If it's not love, it's relationships. You have some kind of relationships that are coming through here. Yeah, like you're just kicking it into a higher gear. Some of you guys, if you work for someone else, your boss is going to be like, okay, so they moved the deadline up for this one project and we have exactly 4 minutes to get this done, and this done. Good luck, bye. But you're going to do it. And I do think that you're really going to impress people if that's like the energy that you're in. Like people are going to take notice of you. There is some kind of excellence that is coming through in this. So the energy to move towards King. We have a 4th King. We have a 4th King here. So just embody that King energy. Enlightened, benevolent leadership befitting those in your charge. And lean away from rescuer energy. Oh my gosh, you know what? I was just thinking about this Nicki Minaj interview. And I think it was with Ellen, actually. And Ellen was like, well, what do you say when people say, you know, that your music's inappropriate for kids and it's corrupting children? And Nicki is so adorable. She's just cute. But she was like, well, you know, I kind of realized that I'm not their parents and it's not my job. Like, I think this is a matter of you figuring out what's your job and what isn't, what you're responsible for and what you're not. You're not responsible for saving people with this rescuer mentality. Because, and it's also like, maybe you've been doing things in the past, like you've been making your decisions because like a chessboard, and you're like, well, if I do this, then this person's going to do this, or I'll get this person's favor. But I think what this is saying is stepping up into your own power and all the good will come to you. This is like fire North Node energy, Leo, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, where you're moving into that very strong, independent energy. I'm also going to say this, Hermit Tarot, everybody knows Hermit Tarot, on here. She's absolutely amazing. I'm pretty sure that I've heard her say that she has an Aries South Node and a Libra North Node, but mine's exactly the opposite. And I watch her readings, like I'll watch all of her readings because she is so gracious and she's so loving, but she's also very like independent, and she just says what needs to get said. And like there's that immense trust there. And I just noticed that's that, like, I don't know, I just noticed that Aries energy in her. So it's like almost you're rising up to that, where you're learning that you can go after the things you want. You can say what you need to say. You can do it in a polished way. You can do it in a professional way, and just really chart your course. So that's really what I'm getting. Just trusting, just trusting. And you holding your own energy in a way that works for you, the energy that you want to be, that self energy. Fire energy is dharma energy, it's duty. This is also heavily tying into your life mission, the thing that you need to accomplish here, that you came here as like a duty, as a responsibility. And it is something in your gut that you feel absolutely drawn and passionate for. And I feel like you get a little goose from the universe, like, hey, get a move on it. You know, you don't need to be in this stagnant energy. You don't need to feel that way. Like, you know, if you want to wake up every morning feeling like P. Diddy, wake up with that song every morning or something. Yeah. Oh man. So this is like really, really great energy. Let me just see if there's any other messages. Is there anything they need to look out for? I feel like just your energy. Your energy. And don't leave it up to chance. Don't be like, okay, well, I know I have all these things to do, but I'll figure it out. Like really do sit down and like come up with a routine. Because the less things, like, do you know, like they say that the thing that takes up your most energy is decision making. You have been making decisions here in the past and you've been doing a good job at it. And I feel like it was kind of like thankless, behind the scenes, slog kind of work. You were putting together paperwork, you were making the plans. You felt like you were turning into like a gray shrub or something like that. So you've made, like, make your decisions and then put it down, because that's making decisions throughout your day is actually what wastes more of your energy. So that's why if you get into a routine and you make decisions like ahead of time and all you have to do is follow through, then you're going to get more done. Okay, what is there anything that pile number 1 needs to look out for? Whoa. just defending yourself. Like, okay, there's that Eleanor Roosevelt quote that's like, just be yourself and do what it is that you want to do because you're going to be criticized anyway. So some of you are worried about criticism. You're worried about impressing people, even if it is your boss. And you're like, I know I just want to do it my way. And I know that if I do it my way, I'll get more done. I think it's telling you to do it your way. And not falling into fantasy or anything like that, but just like, and I feel like it's telling you to put your focus on a couple of things, because if you do put your focus on all of these things, these longer term goals that you want to accomplish, then it's actually going to confuse you. It's going to lead you into confusion, which is actually going to paralyze you. So I feel like it's telling you, and focus on one thing at a time. Because like people always say multitasking is a fallacy. And I just feel like that it's like, even though you're accomplishing multiple things, you're still only doing one thing at a time. So whatever it is, like, put your focus on that one thing. Okay, so what's really happy that's coming in? I want to ask that question more in these readings. Oh. So that's interesting. I think I'm going to go ahead and you're going to save some money. There's this conservatism that's leading to victory. There's a stability or this is interesting. Why is that here? I feel like your home life is going to be really happy, or there is some kind of abundance. And I'm also hearing fake it till you make it. Look at this. You guys are really growing something. It's like just a matter of getting you out of your own way and learning how to manage yourself, your energy, and your time. So that's what I have for you guys, pile number 1. If that resonated, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And if you are a Patreon, thank you. Patron, thank you so much for your support over there. Bye, guys. Okay, pile number 2. What is coming? What is ahead for the month of April? So we do have this death energy. I'm learning that endings are merely new beginnings. So I feel like you guys are letting go of something. And I actually feel like for a lot of you, this is like graduating upward. You're trying to surrender. You're trying to trust a certain process. And in so doing, I really do feel that you're moving from this King of Pentacles into this Emperor energy. So the Emperor is the combination of all 4 kings. The King of Pentacles, the King of Cups, the King of Swords, and the King of Wands. So this is someone who is passionate, fiery, driven, able to delegate, somebody who is also emotional, very creative, very stable, very good with money. That all of that kind of things makes very, very good and logical decisions. So you're graduating up into the full package, at least for the month of April. Like you're going to be in that juicy Emperor energy. And for some of you, maybe the males around you in your life, if you have like a husband or a father, they could really be very helpful in helping you move forward with the Chariot. I feel like a lot of you guys could be making a lot of forward progress, a lot of forward movement. There's a lot of just kinetic energy that wants to come through here because this Emperor energy is Aries, cardinal fire, it's Mars energy, and then you also have that coming through with the Chariot, which is Cancer energy, but it's still cardinal energy. It's this willpower of just this driving force that's moving forward. some of you guys as well, it's like you might be taking more of a risk with something, or you're launching different aspects of your business or something like that, but you're branching out, you're expanding in some kind of a way. But all of this is happening because you're letting go of some kind of process. And I don't know why, but I do want to say that this is requiring some kind of trust and intuition with the Queen of Cups, and just maybe even relinquishing control, because the King of Pentacles is someone who has achieved a lot, and they do have a lot of stability, and it's someone who does value that stability. So it feels like maybe to graduate up into this Emperor energy, you have to risk a little bit of that stability, but it's going to come back to you in spades, at least in the month of the month of April. With that Tower energy, again, it's more Mars. So for some of you guys, you could feel just like shocked, but I also feel like a lot of you have just a lot of energy. But you know, the Tower, it's called the Tower moment for a reason. There could be some kind of shock or sudden change that comes through, and maybe is this driving force of this this impetus, that change in some way. But there's also there's like handing over some kind of money, and you're showing up in boss energy. So there's an energy here that you might have to give money to gain in the long run. Because some of you are like, I don't know, I just heard liquidating assets. So some of you guys could be liquidating your assets or something, but you're trying to just surrender to the process here with this Queen of Cups. You're following your intuition. You're very intelligent. And some of you guys could be getting advice from like a financial advisor or someone who is like actually really smart, and you're trusting their advice and you're taking their advice. And so on the surface of things, you seem very romantic with this Knight of Cups energy that's coming through up here. So this is just some kind of like creative movement that's coming through. But the Knight of Wands, to me, it's like kind of a manifestor energy. It's like a fantasy energy. And for some reason, I'm getting the energy of Ashleisha, which is all about the small overtaking the large. There is something here about like just expanding. And I don't know why, but I'm seeing a snake like devouring like a large animal or something, and you can see that kind of in there, and then that you're going through the process of that being like integrated. So what's going on around you, the Six of Pentacles, this, I feel like this has to do with some kind of business, and this is a Venus card, and it deals with give and take in some way. Some of you guys could be receiving money, but it feels like maybe you give money and then you make more money back, or there's something like that. So what you want to happen, you want to be busy though with this Two of Pentacles. I feel like this isn't a decision you want to like sit on and think a lot about. It's something that you want to do, and you want to like get right down to business and keep yourself busy, so you almost don't have time to really think about it. But you are making strategic moves here in the month of April. And actually, some of you, the Seven of Swords is a sneaky energy. It's an energy that like doesn't make sense to a lot of people, you know? It's that Aquarius moon energy. So you might have to do something unexpected. So it's like you might hear word from a financial advisor or something that you need to take advantage of an opportunity, and it sounds crazy and it sounds really weird, but you're deciding to do it. Or not do it, because your advice actually is to be a bit defensive with the Nine of Wands. And to really embody, like I'm almost seeing that as an embodiment of the Emperor energy, like not to let your energy get pushed around, especially in decision making, and to be very wary and defensive of where you're getting information and how to move forward. Some of you guys, it's like it's telling you to remember your past. So And some of you guys could find yourselves pulled in different directions. I feel like there's a decision that you're making, and you want to make this decision, but it almost feels like it's a risk, or you're choosing a risk, or you're choosing safety. And it's telling you to make a smart risk. So there really is something here that could pay off. With the Six of Swords, you are moving away from troubled times. And you're having some kind of new beginning here with the Fool card. You are like really in charge. You're really in charge of your own life and where you're moving forward. But it feels like, there is a decision that needs to be made here. So let me just see. What's this Seven of Swords about? Whoa. Queen of Swords, making a decision, cutting something off. Because there's something that interests you, but it's like not a sure bet. It's not a sure bet. And it maybe feels a little bit precarious. but then you're like, oh, that could really pay off. So it is just telling you to keep your wits about you with the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords and the King of Swords, that air energy, and don't be afraid to go against the crowd is what it's saying too. Like, just because everyone else is selling their stocks, that doesn't mean that you need to sell your stock too. Or there's some energy like that. Ooh, death, Scorpio, 8th house, other people's money. And money is kind of like a part of this here. You're making some kind of maybe financial decision. And you could be making it again with a professional, with a financial advisor, with a father figure, some kind of strong masculine energy. So yeah, with the Queen of Swords, it's saying like, don't be afraid to go your own way. Don't be afraid to cut out toxic energies from your past. And I also think it's telling you to keep your wits about you, because there is something kind of sneaky going on. Can we figure out what this is? I just saw the Devil card. Page of Cups. So something's not what it seems. There's like an offer that if it seems too good to be true, it is too good to be true. I know that I've said like a lot of things in regards to that, but okay, balance. So you're hearing about a new opportunity though, or something where you could make money, and it's saying to wait, like lie in wait. Don't be impulsive about this, and it could really pay off. But that tells me that maybe there's some element of timing to this decision. I don't know why I'm hearing this. I'm sure I heard offshore. Somebody wants to move money to an offshore account, but like timing is there's something about timing and you need to wait. That's so random. I can't imagine that anybody like that would be watching this channel. But okay. Let's see what this Tower energy is. Can you tell us about this Tower energy? Even if this is you just moving money around or selling a house, or also some of you guys could have to take a trip in a car. Okay, so I'm just going to say this. If you know that you're like, you have an elderly father or something that's aging, then maybe something would happen this month. Don't take this energy on if it's not for you, but then, you might hear about that suddenly, and then you have to take a trip in the car somewhere. I keep dropping my cards. What's this Tower moment? What's this Tower moment about? Knight of Wands, Four of Wands. So some of you guys could be making a decision, like to pull the trigger on moving house, or renovating your house, or having to go to a different house or something with this Knight of Wands. And maybe it's like an act of valor or something. And maybe you could even see someone like a father figure or something that you haven't seen in a long time. So this doesn't have to be like, this could just be some kind of news that you would have to see someone like that. Okay, so don't take any of that on if it's not resonating. But I am seeing like a will or a contract or something. So some of you guys might be writing a will, or your father is, or something. And it's telling you not to be afraid to advocate for yourself. There could be possibly something sneaky going on in the future, but it's telling you to keep your eyes open. I feel like he's looking right at this. So it's something that you can see. I'm not trying to scare you with this reading, pile number 2. And so I don't think Spirit is either. It's just there's something here to be aware of in regards to like divvying out of money, and the money that you're giving and the money that you're receiving. What does pile number 2 need to know about April? Not to be emotional, to move towards a new beginning, and to... there also might be something that looks really good and you need to walk away from it. Yeah, and it's going to lead to a lot of abundance. There's like money is coming through here really, really strong. If you walk away from something that seems really good with the 8 of Cups, if your intuition feels off, if you've noticed something and you feel like you have to just trust, if there's some kind of situation like that, then that's going to pay off for you. So there is something about waiting. I'm hearing dividends. Why am I hearing? I never get like all this financial stuff. So let's get the energy that you should lean into and the energy you should lean away from. Judge. Okay, some of you guys, this is like a court thing. Or there's like lawyers involved. Or it's telling you to get lawyers involved. Oh boy. Okay, judge, balancing justice and compassion, managing fair distribution of power. There's a decision here. There's a decision here about how to move forward in something, and you are going to make this decision, and you're going to be using your intuition. You're going to surrender here somewhat, and you're going to be very hopeful that this is the right decision to make. And there's something about being patient. The energy to move away from is advocate energy. Embracing negative causes or committing to causes for personal gain. So there's some kind of greed trap that could be waiting here. Like there's going to be something that's very, very enticing. You're going to want to take advantage of it, but it's like it's a trap. And if you hold off, then it's going to pay off for you. Random. Maybe not. Maybe you know exactly what I'm talking about, pile number 2. And some of you, this has to do with children. So, okay, some of you guys are leaving a home situation. You're leaving a husband, or you're leaving a job. Okay, so some of you guys, this is about leaving a job, and it's telling you to hold off and to wait, to listen to your intuition. And I feel like your intuition will tell you that the time is right. There's some kind of decision that you're making to end one kind of chapter of your life and to begin a new one. So, and that could be a divorce, that could be business, and so it is telling you to wait. And if it's a divorce, then there has to do with children here in some way. You can tell me about that. And to be defensive. And also to have boundaries. Magician. There's something tricky. So somebody could be trying to use your child against you. Oh yeah, to keep you bound. Yeah. So how can you get around that though? By waiting with the 7 of Pentacles. This is telling you to have a long-term view. And to get help, you guys, to get some kind of professional help. And also to be compassionate, like to be compassionate with the people that you're dealing with. But I feel like you are, like, if anything, there's a warning here not to be taken advantage of. So there's some need for boundaries. Now, some of you, it's like if somebody comes to you and they need help, the way that people can manipulate you is saying like, I need help in this way. And it's like you don't have a problem standing up for yourself if that person's like equal to you or bigger than you. But it's like if it's somebody like that you see as small, like a child, you know, or somebody who needs like help or nurturing, it's like you can't say no or something. And so there could be a way that people are trying to emotionally manipulate you. No impulsive spending in the month of April. Or impulsive decisions around money. Yeah, like it's really telling you to guard your purse. And to be like a little miserly, because somebody just might be trying to edge you out of something. Yeah. Somebody could be trying to get you to make a bad financial decision, and it could have to do with moving. It could have to do with selling your house. Yeah. I mean, yeah, being alone and changing your life. Something like that. 2 major arcana cards. So interesting. I just want to get like what I feel like I want more information for this pile, but like what else? I feel like it's telling you to wait to pull the trigger on something. Pile number 2. To wait to pull the trigger on something. That is a strong message. I feel like you'll know what that is when it comes. It might be sudden with the Tower. And you might feel like you want to just knock something down. You want to do something impulsive. But it's telling you to wait. Some of you are thinking about leaving a marriage. That's what I'm getting. Some of you are thinking about leaving a marriage, and it's not telling you not to do it. It's telling you need to strategize. You need to talk to a lawyer, especially around child support and things like that. You need to have a plan. And if you wait, the odds are they're gonna be better for you. So that's what I'm getting for you, pile number 2. If that resonated, please do like, comment, and subscribe. That was a very interesting reading for me to get all those messages. So, all right, bye guys. Okay, pile number 3. What is ahead for April? So you guys have the happiness card. So I feel like you guys are exploring possibilities. You are maybe thinking about taking a vacation, thinking about taking an adventure. Some of you guys, you got your vaccine and you're like ready to go. But yeah, with this happiness, I'm aware that being happy means that I'm on the right path. So with this death card energy in the past, it's telling me that maybe you have ended something in the past that you were clinging to for a long time. It was really a drain on your energy. It was something that you were hiding. It was going on below the surface, that kind of a thing. And whatever that was, whether it was a job or a relationship or an emotional state of mind, you cut the cord on that, and you're walking through this new door, and it feels like the world is your oyster, and there is a whole lot of different possibilities for you. So with the 3 of Wands coming out, I just feel like you feel good. You feel victorious. This feels like a very victorious energy because you ended a really, really big cycle that was just draining on you. It really, really was. It wasn't going anywhere. It was stagnant, and maybe you were in it for the wrong reasons, but this energy, it feels very expansive. So you're planning something. You could be planning a trip, an adventure. It just feels like there's so many possibilities there. And but with that, you are trying to be a little reserved with the 4 of Pentacles. And with this strength card, I love this at the bottom, like you are coming into your own. Some of you are just like, you're into your full self-expression. There's a sense here though that you're trying not to go like, I want to say balls to the wall. You're trying not to go balls to the wall like right off the bat. You're trying to be measured about this. You don't want to like burn out, like a firecracker where you just erupt all of a sudden. So that's another thing, is like it is telling you to be careful of your energy, and that could be just your energy or your money, your resources, because you could have a tendency towards excess in the month of April. And it really is telling you that if you control your impulsive nature, that was kind of a message coming out for number 2, but that was a way more specific scenario. But it is just telling you to kind of control your impulses. And yeah, I see excess. I see you living the good life, and maybe you want to listen to Good Life by Kanye. But I feel like you cut off like a weight or something in April, and you're just happy and excited. It feels like really good energy, and you're excited for that. You're really hopeful. You're really hopeful of that. With this 10 of Cups. I don't know how this is a fear, the 10 of Cups. Maybe some of you guys could be worried about family or something like that. But yeah, and in the future you have the Sun card. So it feels like you've made a really difficult choice in the past, and it feels like April's kind of coasting. The only thing that I can really see here is it's telling you to just be mindful of channeling that energy in a really good way. Because it feels like you made that decision, and there's like a little bit of lag time before you can really like get out and do exactly whatever it is that you want to do. So maybe there's a little planning, maybe there's a little something, but you are very excited with the Two of Wands. I just feel like maybe some of you, it's like you have to move away from your responsibilities or from your family in order to do something that you want to do, but it feels like you finally can do it. Like the conditions are right now for you to do it. And so you're like really excited, but you're also maybe feeling that you're going to miss your family or something like that. You could also be criticized, but maybe this is the energy that you've cut off. Like maybe there was a person in your life that was very controlling, very manipulative. They were always cutting you down. They were always eroding your self-confidence, making you second guess yourself, nitpicking at you. They were really good with their words, kind of had a forked tongue is what I'm hearing. And that person could still be around you in some kind of way, but you know that you're breaking free. You know you're breaking out of it. And that could have even been you. Let me just see. What's this Queen of Swords energy down here? Yeah, some of you guys are leaving a relationship. That was coming out in pile number 2. Just cutting through illusions, getting really clear on someone. So somebody could have been like a very skilled manipulator around you. Yeah, definitely. Just kind of knew what to say. But you're cutting through that, or somebody else is around you. But it feels like there's a pause. This feels almost like a breath, like you breathe out and it's like the pause before you breathe in again. So you're similar energy kind of to pile number 2, but it is like more broad and it's less focused on money and possibly child support and making certain decisions strategically. This feels like you've made the decision. You've possibly pulled the trigger, but maybe like you and your person, you're still living in the same house, you know, and maybe you haven't made it public yet. And so you're still living around that person's energy, but you know that you're not going to be doing it forever, and you're making your plans and you're really excited. Some of you are house shopping and you're trying to be frugal and you're planning for your future with the Knight of Pentacles. And you're planning on happiness. Some of you are planning on reuniting with people from your past. You're taking a trip to see family that maybe you haven't seen in a long time. You're reconnecting with people. You're sending people messages. Yeah. And some of you, like, yeah, you're talking to a lawyer, talking to a professional, somebody who has knowledge that can help you in order to find your freedom. So yeah, this feels like freedom to me in whatever arena that is. Because that could be a boss, but I feel like there's somebody around you that was just nasty, with nasty energy. And so you want abundance and you want your forever. So let's see. It's just, this feels like more of a broad message. It's also telling you to, like, if you do have responsibilities, like keep that up, you know, and handle things like with dignity. Not that you wouldn't, you know, but just like keep up with your responsibilities, because you don't want to like break off certain friendships and things like that. There are people who are counting on you, who love you. And I do feel like you have an abundance. Like this feels like abundance to me, like happiness. I cannot shuffle today. Don Juan. Some of you are getting out and sowing your wild oats is what I heard. Prince. Yeah. Okay, so interesting. Don Juan at the bottom spotlights your positive, seductive qualities. So Prince, the energy to lean into is that romantic charm and potential for power. And what to lean away from is this father energy, dictatorial control and abuse of authority. So I feel like it's telling you to give with a loving heart, to give equally to everybody, definitely not to like judge people by their status or anything this month. Not that anybody would be doing that, but yeah. I feel like it's telling you to be your charming self because there's a potential for you to grow and expand. And similar to pile number 2, there's a feeling here that if you're more frugal in whatever way that means for you this month, that it's going to pay off for you maybe next month, or it's going to pay off like, yeah, you're just showing up as very abundant. You know, the King of Pentacles usually is a husband and a father, somebody who is very abundant, somebody who has a lot of responsibilities, handles them really well, somebody who's very giving. And that's you. That's you this month. So I just feel like the sunny weather. Ace of Cups. Some of you are like courting someone. You're trying to show off. You're taking someone on a nice date. You could be like making somebody dinner at your house with saffron and like, I don't know, something abundant, you know, with wine that you made from your own grapes that you stomped yourself. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, you guys are experiencing success and happiness. So I just don't know what else to say. I feel like I should be telling you something. Let's see. Is there anything that you need to watch out for? Just overburdening yourself. Okay, there's the Empress. So some of you guys, there's like a woman around you or something. Yeah, just sharp words and judgment. I feel like you feel in control of your life again. That's really what I'm getting. So if that resonates, and it's coming through some kind of ending. But it's almost like there's going to be a moment where it's like that ending is defined and then you're keeping on going with like your regular daily routine until things are like finalized or something. So you're living in this weird gray, like no man's land, and trying to figure out like how to be happy on your own. And you are going to be very happy. So anyways, that's what I have for you guys, pile number 3. I would love to know if that resonated. If it did, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Bye guys.